This is C&D channel. I'm Chris. This is MMA for you. I'm going to be doing my prediction for Bellator 89, Dantas versus Galvao, which happens on Valentine's Day, actually, February 14th on Spike TV. The card, I like the main event. The middleweight field overall, I'm going to be honest, I'm a bit underwhelmed by it. A lot of guys are, besides like Michal Parla and Sultan Aliv, there's no new faces here that really come across like, what happened to like Vasilevsky, for example, or like, or just some new guys, Brett Cooper, he's in it, Brian Rogers, Andreas Spang, they've all been in the tournament before. So, I can't say, I'm sure it'll be a fun tournament, because you got a lot of strikers. Brian Rogers, Andreas Spang, Brett Cooper, Norman Paraisy, they're all like, most of these guys are strikers. Doug Marshall, so, I'm sure it'll be a fun tournament, but, as far as, like, seeing new faces or guys that really come across as, like, great prospects, I don't see it here, to be perfectly honest with you. Nonetheless, like I said, I think it'll be fun, but I think the guys in the tournament are just like, they've been there before, they're kind of good but not great in a sense. Fun to watch though. Don't get me wrong, it just, I think it'll be very entertaining nonetheless. Okay, let's just get started. Eduardo Dantas defends his bantamweight title against Marcus Galvao. This one's a tough one to call on. Dantas, he really lost a lot of luster by getting knocked out by Tyson Nam in Brazil, I can only hope that he was just a little, it wasn't a title fight. I don't know how seriously he took it or not. I'm hoping that he learned from that experience, because Marcus Galvao, 13-5-1 record, 2 wins by KO or TKO, but 11 wins by decision. He's becoming a better finisher. He finished Luis Nogueira in his last fight. They both train at Nova União, but Galvao, he's strong in the clinch. Good takedown defense. He has some really strong grappling and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. When he throws strikes, he really throws a lot of haymakers. But he is a good, solid fighter, and it's gonna be tough for Eduardo Dantas. 24 years old though, trains at Nova União. Really good, despite the loss to Tyson Nam. He's a really good prospect. Nonetheless, his Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is really strong. His stand-up's good. He saw in like the Zach Makowski's fight. He showed some really good kicks, and just has overall good stand-up. That's what's kind of hard for me to call, because Galvao's been doing really good as of late, and Dantas definitely got a bit of a setback by losing to Tyson Nam, but I think he can right the ship. I'm going to go with Eduardo Dantas to win this one. Okay, next right after that, in the middleweight tournament, opening round, we have Cramer versus Brian Rogers. Cramer, 9-3 record, 2 wins by KO or TKO, 7 wins by sub. He's on a 2-fight win streak right now. He trains out of ATT. I remember him the most because, not the most, but I remember him because he was in the UFC briefly. He didn't stay very long. He was in, I think, one of the seasons of The Ultimate Fighter. He has some pretty good wrestling, and his top control is really good. With Brian Rogers, this guy, has a lot of highlight reel knockouts, 1-strike KO power, very unorthodox. This guy will throw a lot of flying knees. Trains at the Strong Style Fight Team, and he's shown cardio issues in the past. I know he's training full time now. I'm gonna go with Brian Rogers to win this one. I think he'll be able to defend the takedown here and beat up Cramer on the feet. Okay, next fight after that, Brett Cooper fights Norman Paraisy. I hope I don't know if I pronounced his name right. I remember Norman. He showed showed some pretty good kickboxing against. He fought Mikael Falco. I remember that fight being kind of fun, but Falco was kind of cruising too. Both Norman 10-2 and 1 draw and 1 no contest. 2 wins by KO TKO, 5 wins by sub. He's 26 years old. Brett Cooper 17-7 record with 11 wins by KO TKO, 2 wins by sub, and he's 25. He's on a 4-fight win streak right now and training out of King's MMA. This guy's I remember some of his fights in Bellator. They're usually really fun to watch. I believe he fought Shlemenko too, in a really fun fight. I mean, he's always pushing forward. His striking can get a bit wild to the point where he's like brawling. He's a really good cardio though, and an improving grappling game actually. And I gotta go with Brett Cooper to win this one. Okay, next fight after that, Doug Marshall fights Andreas Spang. Marshall, interesting enough, that guy's like 37. 10 of his 15 wins are by KO or TKO. So he does have some pretty heavy hands. Andreas Spang, 8-2 record. He's 34. He's probably most remembered for like shoving both Mikael Falco and Brian Rogers, because I don't know, because of the stare down or something. It was really odd. One thing about Andreas Spang is good kickboxing and a really strong left hook. I think Andreas Spang is gonna win this one. Okay, on to the prelims. Nathan Davis fights Tim Goodwin. Goodwin's 7-3 record. 4 of his wins are by KO or TKO. 1 win by sub. He's on a 2-fight win streak. And speaking of these prelims, you got a lot of undefeated fighters too. I noticed. Like Nathan Davis, 3-0 undefeated record. 1 of his wins is by submission. 2 wins by decision. I'll go with Nathan Davis to win this one. Okay, Johnny Buck fights Chris Mirzwak. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. With Johnny, he has 11-8 record. 6 of the wins are by KO or TKO. 3 wins are by sub. He also has 3 losses by KO or TKO and 2 losses by sub. He's on a 3-fight win streak. 3-fight win streak right now. With Chris, he has a 4-2 record. 1 win by TKO and 3 wins by sub. He's only 24. He's a finisher. All of his wins are by finish. And he trains at Team George Gurgel. I'll go with Chris Mirzwak to win that one. Okay, next fight after that, Joe Pacheco fights Kyle Bolt. This one's actually tough for me to call, as Bolt has a 6-2 record. 1 of his wins is by TKO. 5 wins are by sub. He's on a 2-fight win streak, and he trains at Team Hurricane Awesome. Hate that name, to be perfectly honest. Another noticeable fighter out of Team Hurricane Awesome is Liz Gorilla Carmouche. Actually, Joe Pacheco, 3-0 undefeated record. All 3 of his wins are by submission, and he's never been past the 2nd round. He's only 27 years old. This one's actually tough for me to call. I'll go with Joe Pacheco to win this one. Okay, next fight after that is a part of the middleweight tournament opening round. These are some fresh fighters, so this actually interests me. But they're both strikers as well. Sultan Aliyev fights Michael Parlow. Sultan has an 8-0 undefeated record. 6 of his wins are by KO or TKO and 2 wins by decision. He's 28 years old. Definitely has some KO power, and so does Parlow. 9-0 undefeated record. 7 wins by KO or TKO. 1 win by sub. He's only 22. I'll go with Michael Parlow to win this one. Or is it? It's probably Mikael. Oh, Mikael Parlow. There we go. Fit. Okay, next fight after that, Aaron Johnson, not the actor, fights Brennan Ward. With Johnson, he has an 11-10 record with 1 no contest. 1 of his wins is by KO. His 10 wins are by sub. He has 5 losses by KO or TKO, or 4 losses by sub. He's 26. With a lot of his fights, win or lose, they usually end in a finish. If he wins, all of his wins are by finish. With Brennan Ward, 5-0 undefeated record. 4 wins by KO or TKO, 1 win by decision. Definitely has some KO power in his hands. I'll go with Brennan Ward to win this one. And finally, McMullins fights David Mejia. Okay, with Mont, two wins, 3 losses, 1 win by TKO, 1 win by decision. All 3 of his losses are by submission, and he's 39 years old. With David, 4-0 undefeated record, and all 4 of his wins are by KO or TKO. I'll go with David Mejia to win this one. Okay, that's pretty much it for my predictions for Bellator 89. If you have any comments, just leave them below. That's it for MMA for you. Thank you guys very much.